Hello, Anarchy Land, and good morning. We're going to talk about two things. Andrew Yang leaving the race and the Bio-Patriot Act. The last they're equally important, okay? For years, I've been told that if you want to run for president, you have to have at least 3 million of your own funds to put up. And then you have to have supporters. You've got to have people like ADL, Libby Pharmaceuticals, just to name a few. These big names. Now, I give Andrew credit. He believed in something so much that he put everything on the line. My hat's off to him. Now, I hope that he will run for like mayor and then governor, then maybe like a senator, representative at the state level, and then the federal level, and then try to go for president. Build up your name. Build up your reputation. But my hat's off to him. Now, good news is that Bernie Sanders is predicted to win New Hampshire in the caucus they held yesterday. Why is this good news? This puts us 2 steps closer to the DNC and RNC exposing the fact that they are basically one great big disgusting oligarchy party. Now remember, in 2016, they came so close to exposing this. They both pushed for Clinton to become the Democratic nominee, not Sanders. They even stood by as DNC stole money from the Sanders campaign and gave it to Clinton. They really screwed him over. And even Trump has acknowledged that he was done dirty then. And he has even encouraged Sanders to go to the end. Why? Because with Sanders, a socialist, a democratic socialist running, these two supposed parties can finally come out and say, we are one party. We do not want a socialist, because then it'll tear our fascism apart. They're owned by the same people, DNC and RNC. People that have money in them don't lose. They don't. They do not lose. They will bet money on every horse in the race. The exact same amount of money. So they never, ever lose. Now, I do think they eventually, before November, they will start to show their true colors. The true fascist colors. Now, this brings me to the BioPatriot Act. This is a new round of hideous moves to fascism that we have. And I have Zach sources. I can't remember where I heard about a BioPatriot Act. I've watched so many videos in the last couple of days. I can't remember so many of them. But the Libertarian Institute, Zach Sorensen, on the 8th of this month, as just last week, did a blog why we should be wary of a BioPatriot Act. And it will go through. Have no doubt about it. Now, before we get into this, we need to understand what martial law is. Martial law is you have no civil rights, kiss your liberties goodbye, bend over and open your cheeks. Government's coming in. That's basically what it is. Now, with this new, how now let's look at how a country goes under, how our country, because that's what we're going to focus on, goes under martial law. Natural disaster: Katrina, Harvey, Maria in Puerto Rico. There could be a terrorist act, 9/11. The two brothers that did a Boston bombing that we now know is a complete fraud. I'll get to that in a minute under this BioPatriot Act. It will not be called martial law. It will be called state of emergency. With something like a hurricane, tornado, a virus that could be a pandemic, is exactly what the government needs to show what a tyrannical beast it really is. Now, according to Robert Richardson from Off-Grid Survivalist, he went into martial law and all, and here's the deal. There were more people listening to folks like Randy Weaver, who warned us for years, tried to warn about martial law and this government being a tyranny, not a republic or a democracy. More and more people are listening to the Randy Weavers and not the talking bobbleheads on NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN. There are few people listening to them than there are to Randy Weaver, because we're shutting those people down and we're going to the Randy Weavers. Now, I'm just giving his name because he's well known across America. Now, the National Defense Act under Bush and Obama extended the authority of the government, and it broadened the definition of a crisis. Under these two acts alone, the NDAA and the Patriot Act alone, the government can go on your property, can declare a state of emergency or act of war at home, and they can go over it with an x-ray, find all your cash. That is after they've seized all your preps, all your food, all your survival equipment like camping gear. Then they can send you to a FEMA camp to teach you how to share with Big Brother and to teach you what the correct thoughts are, what the correct thought processing is. Now, under the Bioterrorism Act, it extends these two things. It really broadens them, gives them more of an umbrella to operate. Because now, people like myself who see, I'm the kind of person where I see an ace, I'll call an ace and an asshole an asshole. That's just the way I am. That's the way I've always been and always will be, which means I probably won't come out of a FEMA camp. Because I have no problem with contaminating the sheep, which means waking them up so they can rise up. A group, all of us as citizens united, we can turn this around. We have to get rid of Patriot Act. We have to get rid of BioPatriot Act. Get rid of the NDAA. Basically, get rid of the government itself for that to happen. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The BioPatriot Act, according to Zach Sorsen, will take and make people like myself will be treated like Chelsea Manning, Bradley Chelsea Manning. will be that no. I mean, Obama even admitted that they fund ISIL, whatever the hell you want to call them, this week. But he made it very clear that he authorized the funds to train them, to arm them, and then we end up fighting. What in the hell? Anyway, people like myself and anyone else that is awake and is trying to raise awareness to this will be labeled as crazy. We will be put into straitjackets and put into a padded cell, and then we will be taught how to have the correct thoughts. Now, if that doesn't work, they have no problem killing us. I mean, accidents happen, right? Here's the deal. In Zach's article here, he talked about a friend who was a U.S. Air Force, went before a U.S. psychologist, which actually asked him, do you believe U.S. funds terrorists in Syria? If you do, you're classified as paranoid, delusional. A delusion of something that's already been admitted. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But here's something I did not know until I read this article by Zach. Your military service members are subjected to this kind of thing all the time. They do not have the same civil liberties as civilians. They do not have the same civil rights as civilians. It sounds rather odd saying it and reading it, but they don't. I'm going to stop here because I'm telling you, I could go on forever about that one. But just understand, this BioPatriot Act, I'm going to give you a link to read on this, is nothing good. The BioPatriot Act is just as bad as Patriot Act and the NDAA. I look forward to your thoughts, and let's get a conversation going. Let's wake people up. See you later.